and could be content to give him good report for it, but that he pays himself with being proud.
Nay, but speak not maliciously.
I say unto you, what he hath done famously, he did it to that end. Though soft-conscienced men can be content to say it was for his country, he did it to please his mother and to be partly proud, which he is, even till the altitude of his virtue.
What he cannot help in his nature, you account of vice in him. You must in no way say he is covetous.
If I must not, I need not be barren of accusations. He hath faults with surplus to tire in repetition. What shouts are these? The other side of the city is risen. Why stay we prating here? To the Capitol! Who comes here?
Worthy Menenius Agrippa, one that hath always loved the people.
He's one honest enough. Would all the rest were so.
What works, my countrymen, in hand? Where go you with bats and clubs? The matter? Speak, I pray you.
Our business is not unknown to the Senate. They have had inkling this fortnight what we intend to do, which now we'll show them indeed. They say poor suitors have strong breaths. They shall know we have strong arms, too.
Why, masters, my good friends, mine honest neighbours, will you undo yourselves?
We cannot, sir. We are undone already.
I tell you, friends, most charitable care have the patricians of you. For your wants, your suffering in this dearth, you may as well strike at the heaven with your staves, as lift them against the Roman state, whose course will on, the way it takes, cracking 10,000 curbs of more strong link asunder than can ever appear in your impediment. For the dearth, the gods, not the patricians make it, and your knees to them, not arms, must help. Alack, you are transported by calamity thither where more attends you. And you slander the helms of the state, who care for you like fathers, when you curse them as enemies.
Care for us? True indeed. They ne'er cared for us yet. Suffer us to famish, and their storehouses crammed with grain. Make edicts for usury to support usurers. Repeal daily any wholesome act established against the rich, and provide more piercing statutes daily to chain up and restrain the poor. If the wars eat us not up, they will, and there's all the love they bear us.
Either you must confess yourselves wondrous malicious, or be accused of folly. I shall tell you a pretty tale. It may be you have heard it, but since it serves my purpose, I will venture to state a little more.
Well, I'll hear it, sir, yet you must not think to fob off our disgrace with a tale, but, and please you deliver.
There was a time when all the body's members rebelled against the belly. Thus accused it, that only like a gulf it did remain in the midst of the body, idle and unactive, still coveting the viand, never bearing like labour with the rest, where the other instruments did see and hear, devise, instruct, walk, feel, and, mutually participate, did minister unto the appetite and affection common of the whole body. The belly answered...
Well, sir, what answer made the belly?
Sir, I shall tell you, with a kind of smile, which ne'er came from the lungs, but even thus... For look you, I may make the belly smile as well as speak. It tauntingly replied to the discontented members, the mutinous parts that envied his receipt. Even so, most fitly, as you malign our senators, for that they are not such as you.
Your belly's answer, what? The kingly crowned head, the vigilant eye, the counsellor heart, the arm, our soldier, our steed, the leg, the tongue, our trumpeter, with other muniments and petty helps in this our fabric, if that they...
What then? Poor me, this fellow speaks. What then? What then?
Should by the cormorant belly be restrained, who is the sink of the body...
Well, what then?
The former agents, if they did complain, what could the belly answer?
I will tell you, if you'll bestow a small of what you have little, patience a while, you'll hear the belly's answer.
You're long about it.
Note me this, good friend. Your most grave belly was deliberate, not rash like his accusers, and thus answered. True is it, my incorporate friends, quoth he, that I receive the general food at first, which you do live upon, and fit it is, because I am the storehouse and the shop of the whole body. But if you do remember, I send it through the rivers of your blood, even to the court, the heart, to the seat of the brain, and through the cranks and offices of man, the strongest nerves and small inferior veins, from me receive that natural competency whereby they live. And though that all at once, you, my good friends, this says the belly, mark me.
Aye, sir, well.
Though all at once cannot see what I do deliver out to each, yet I can make my audit up, that all from me do back receive the flower of all, and leave me but the bran. What say you to't?
It was an answer. How apply you this?
The senators of Rome are this good belly, and you the mutinous members. For examine their counsels and their cares. Digest things rightly, touching the weal of the common. You shall find no public benefit which you receive, but it proceeds or comes from them to you, and no way from yourselves. What do you think? You, the great toe of this assembly.
I, the great toe? Why the great toe?
For that, being one of the lowest, basest, poorest of this most wise rebellion, thou goest foremost, thou rascal. Thou art worst in blood to run, leadst first to win some vantage. But make you ready your stiff bats and clubs. Rome and her rats are at the point of battle. The one side must have bail. Hail, noble Marcius!
Thanks.
What's the matter, you dissentious rogues, that rubbing the poor itch of your opinion make yourself scabs?
We have ever your good word.
He that will give good words to thee will flatter beneath abhorring. What would you have, you curs that like not peace nor war? The one affrights you, the other makes you proud. He that trusts to you where he should find you lions finds you hares, where foxes, geese. You are no surer, no, than is the coal of fire upon the ice or hailstone in the sun. Your virtue is to make him worthy whose offence subdues him, and curse that justice did it. Who deserves greatness deserves your hate. And your affections are a sick man's appetite, who desires most that which would increase his evil. He that depends upon your favours swims with fins of lead and hews down oaks with rushes. Hang ye, trust ye? With every minute you do change your mind, and call him noble that was now your hate, him vile that was your garland. What's the matter that in these several places of the city you cry against the noble senate, who under the gods keep you in awe, which else would feed on one another? What's their seeking?
For corn at their own rates, whereof they say the city is well stored.
Hang 'em! They say? They'll sit by the fire and presume to know what's done in the capital, who's like to rise, who thrives and who declines, side factions, and give out conjectural marriages, making parties strong and feebling such as stand not in their liking below their cobbled shoes. They say there's grain enough. Would the nobility lay aside their roof and let me use my sword, I'd make a quarry with thousands of these quartered slaves, as high as I can pick my lance.
Nay, these are almost thoroughly persuaded, for though abundantly they lack discretion, yet are they passing cowardly. But I beseech you, what says the other troop?
They are dissolved. Hang 'em. They said they were an-hungry, sighed forth proverbs, that hunger broke stone walls, that dogs must eat, that meat was made for mouths, that the gods sent forth corn for the rich men only. With these shreds they vented their complainings, which being answered, and a petition granted them, a strange one, to break the heart of generosity and make bold power look pale, they threw their caps as they would hang them on the horns of the moon, shouting their emulation.
What is granted them?
5 tribunes to defend their vulgar wisdoms of their own choice. One's Junius Brutus, Sicinius Velutus, and I know not. Death, the rabble should have first unroofed the city, so prevailed with me. It will in time win upon power, and throw forth greater themes for insurrections arguing.
This is